Ready, set, go, team, go.
All right. Grab a seat. Come on.
You can wobble that chair. All right. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, you know, I brought an extra shirt this time in case of lunch. No, I'm all good this time.
What does it say? Pistons and paint? I thought you were a Detroit fan for a second.
No. How did we get up so high?
I don't know. Did we scoot?
All right, I think we're right.
I think it zoomed in automatically. I don't know.
Is it? Oh, you think that's what it did?
That's my excuse.
Lower yourself down just a little bit.
I am. As low as I can go.
Oh, that's as low as it goes? All right.
What happened for me?
All right.
Hi.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga,
And I'm Todd Puckett.
and this is Don's Used Photo Equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're going to talk about the Dallas Swap Meet. And that's obviously why I've got this very lovely little Diana Mini around my neck, because the last time, actually probably 2 times ago, I bought this for $5. $5. Now that, if I'm not correct, $5 is also what?
The entrance fee.
The entrance fee. So for $5, I got this sweet, sweet little camera. And I tell you what, is Mrs. Holger probably doesn't want to hear this, but this is actually a little bit of a chick magnet, because everybody's like, "Oh, that's such a cute little camera," and it actually takes some really nice pictures.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I snapped it up at the first of the show that one time.
So you're sitting there going like this, and oh yeah, it's just for fun. Click, click, and you're taking pictures of them as you're telling them, and they don't know it.
No, but they are all wanting to come check it out, though.
Very cool.
It
That's
is
the Dallas Photo Swap.
Which, of course, the photo swap, or the camera swap meet, or whatever term we use. When exactly is the next one?
August 10th, 2019.
And where is it at?
Dallas Center for Photography, which is 3 blocks behind us in that direction, actually. And because we stand out on the back porch and looked one day, and it only takes about, well, the way I drive, it takes under a minute to get there, but other people may take a minute, minute and a half. And it's really cool. It's the shortest trip I go on for a camera show.
That is true. So I'd like to, if we could, let's go back a little bit in time, because now, if I remember correctly, my first experience meeting you guys was actually at the camera show. The original camera show that I went to was over in Grapevine. And that was, I don't know for how many years that was held, but it was like only twice a year. And boy, I certainly looked forward to that show every year, because it was like at least 50 or so tables.
Yes.
So tell me how the camera show started. I mean, what brought it on and things like that.
The history of the camera show. It's that my father and I have been going to camera shows since the 70s. My dad would drag me along, and we would go to the Houston Camera Show. We'd go to camera shows in Florida. We'd just go to camera shows, and Dad would sit up and sell Novatron stuff and his personal stuff. He was a Novatron dealer, or a rep back in those days. This was in the 70s. And then in 1986, my father and I and 2 other people or groups got together and did a camera show at the hotel that's just off of Stemmons, up about 3 or 4 miles from here. And it's Sterling Hotel now. I don't know what it was then. It's changed. And we had over 100.
Is that the one that looks like the giant deodorant?
No, that's that direction.
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's going north.
Okay.
We're in the opposite direction. But anyway, it's the hotel, and we had over 100 tables. We had 2-day show, and over 2,000 people came to it. And this was in 1986. And this is what we were just doing on the side. We then started doing the Dallas Camera Show. Then we added the Fort Worth Camera Show. Then we did the Mid-Cities Camera Show. And sometimes we'd have it in Grapevine. Sometimes, well, actually, I think we started off in Arlington. Then moved it up to Grapevine.
Yeah.
And then we'd do shows in Waco a couple times, in Austin, San Antonio. We even did shows in Oklahoma City. And my father would go out and do shows with a friend of his in Santa Fe. And 86. And that continued all the way up till 2013, when Mom said no mas. Well, she said no more, but she said no more. That's it. I'm tired. We would take a full case of paper. My dad would sit there and print it off himself, front, back, information, maps to how to get there, where it was. And that then we'd spend about a month on the weekends, putting them out. And there were over 60, 70, 80 places in the DFW area and around.
Yes.
This is back whenever you can go to 1 Hour Moto Photo.
Yeah, lots of film developers. Yeah.
What's the Fox one?
Well, it was Fox Photo, wasn't it?
Fox Photo.
Or Fox 1 Hour Photo, but most of them were, drugstore 1 hour photos.
Yeah, everybody had the labs. And we would sit there and spend weekends putting those things out. And this is what we're doing from even while we had the store going on. And it's then whenever I wasn't putting a show on and we had the store, I would actually go and attend, an additional 10 to 15 shows a year. And we were putting on 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, around 6 to 10 shows. So I was working out of 52 weeks, pretty much 30 some odd of them.
That's a lot of shows.
Close to 40 sometimes. And a friend and I would rent a car, and we would do a camera show, let's say Miami. Get in the car, drive straight to Miami. Do the show, spend the night, do the show, 2-day show, and then drive straight back to Dallas. And we just did straight drives. We would go to shows in Miami, Tampa, Houston. We would go to shows in Los Angeles, St. Louis, Omaha, Kansas City. We even went to Cincinnati, Detroit. We do shows all over. So we were just doing shows all over the place. And I would carry equipment, and Kim would carry film. So he was Kim the film man. And so we did shows forever until 2013.
You're Todd the film man.
Now I'm Todd the film man, except it doesn't really go as well. Yeah. But it's we were just sitting there. The show started dying down. I would say around just after 2000, and we got down to 6 shows we were doing, 2 each. Then we dropped off the Fort Worth show. We dropped off the Dallas show, and then we were just simply doing twice a year the Grapevine show.
Yeah. And that's the one that I'm very familiar with. I mean, I looked forward to that show. I mean, it's like, I'd be like actually checking the Grapevine Convention Center calendar. It's like, when's the show? When's the show? And I was so sad when it suddenly didn't reappear.
Yes. And everybody looked for the green pickup truck out front with the sign on it. It said camera show this direction. And whenever the truck wasn't used, people go, oh, what happened? And a lot of people know about the green pickup truck. And so like I said, it just started dwindling down. And I guess around that time was whenever eBay started popping up, something like that.
Yeah. I think for a while, I mean, there were a couple of shows around Dallas, but I think they were mainly for just new equipment. And, that was not nearly as fun, or at least that's not the same kind of crowd. No. So I really wasn't interested in going to those. I wanted to see the stuff that I can get my hands onto for the older equipment that I had. And really, that was the only show to actually...
That was the only show.
Only show to get up. I mean, it was great. I mean, I would, for $5, I'd probably spend at least a good hour and a half in there, walking the tables 2 or 3 times, talking to people. So unfortunately, that stopped about what time?
2013. And as I was saying, one of the problems was... the dealers. A lot of the dealers were the older generation, and as they passed on, then nobody
retired.
Would come up.
Right, they retired.
Yes. And as they retired, then nobody'd come up to fill the spots. And the people that did come up, whenever eBay was becoming the big thing, they would just buy a table, come in, and then just spend all their time sticking stuff under the table, which is
that's not fun.
Weird to me. Because if you buy something and you turn around and sell it the same day, why give eBay your fees?
Yeah, at instant profit right there. Yeah. And there were some guys doing that. It always confused. It's like, well, great. You bought this. Tell me what you want to sell it for.
Well,
they never would. I
got to sell it on this. No, it's silly. And we stopped that. Then 2013, 2014, 2015. Oh, no, late 2014, Peter Leadus came over from Dallas Center Photography. He used to be my neighbor when we moved here, and then he moved back there. And he came in and said, one of my clients said, why, you've got a big space here. Why don't you have a camera show?
Yeah.
And he came over and said, I want to talk to you about that. I said, awesome. You do the show. I will get the dealers and help you in any way I can on it. We became sort of partners on it in a sense. And I'm thinking, like we'll do this in next year. And he goes, oh, we can do this in about 3 months.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
No, let's band it out a little bit longer. It takes a long time. Well, we kind of compromised, but we came up to it with a date. And then I had to go through my list and call through it and find the names of all the dealers, send out notifications to them that, hey, we're doing a photo swap again, or we're doing a camera show, but it's now a photo swap.
Yeah.
We're doing it at the DCP, Dallas Center for Photography.
Right.
And it's really being run by Peter and not me. But everybody called me and asked me because I was the original go-to on it, my father and I. And it was, it went very well.
Was it only downstairs the first time?
The first time it was 22 tables downstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
And
it was, and I think I went to the first one, and boy, it was still packed. I mean, I think it was probably too many tables for downstairs, and a lot of people showed up.
Well, they didn't have an upstairs.
They didn't have an upstairs because it wasn't either finished out or they just didn't.
No,
have
they didn't
tables
just
up there.
have one.
Yeah,
they were planning. He had a big room where he did his photography, and its wall was a psych, and so we lined up against the sloping wall. That was fun. But it was packed, and we'd have one day. The Dallas camera shows that we used to put on were 2 days. This is a 1 day, 10 to 4, in and out. Come in at 9, get out of here by 5.
Yep.
And so we did that. It was a success. And he said, let's do it again. And I said, okay, 6 months. Plan. Let's give us some time to plan.
Yeah, a little time.
The first year was 2 shows.
Okay.
22 tables. And then he started to reconstruct the inside, take down the wall, and then he built an upstairs. Downstairs was a bunch of stuff, because he was doing teaching.
Yeah, he's up in the classroom.
Classroom is the upstairs.
Yeah.
And it's grown from 22 tables to now 32 tables. That's about as much as we can cram in. And our attendance has gone from over 100 to over 200, I think.
Ooh, and $5 a piece. Let me do
don't
that.
Don't. But anyway,
But because there's an upstairs and a downstairs, there's more room to walk around because not everybody's in the one space because they're kind of. It's really nice. It's a lot of tables. I mean, I still at least do 3 or 4 passes through the whole thing.
Lots of stuff to see. Every time you walk through, you see something different. Every time you walk through, somebody may have sold something, pull something out from underneath. And here's the thing. Customers come in. They can carry cameras in.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the important thing on
exactly.
it. And if they want to, they see something on a table, then they can sit there and say, hey, I've got this. I'm interested in that. Let's trade. You can, the people coming in can sell stuff to the dealers, buy stuff from the dealers, or trade. And what we don't encourage is for people to come in and start selling customer to customer because that kind of kills the whole base on it.
Yeah, but we've had some. Oh, hey, our first interruption. We'll be right back. Hello, this is Tom.
Were they the note? I threw away the power pack. Well, okay.
That's our first interruption there. We're really looking forward to this.
Anyway, I did.
I know it's going to happen eventually. We're still waiting on a customer to come in during filming. That's not happened yet. We're still waiting on a customer to interrupt us.
No, that's my mom.
Oh, did he make it? Did Dad make it?
Well, yeah, he's in trouble. So anyway, that's Dad.
That's another story.
Yeah, that's a whole different story.
So, there have been some customers who have actually just wear some cameras and walk around
with prices stuck on them.
With with kind of insinuating they want to sell some stuff, but there's some trading going on. But,
but what it is the dealers come in and they have this stuff. They pay to get the table.
Yeah.
And they set up, and they're trying to sell stuff. And the good thing about this show, as opposed to the shows we were doing, no one has an empty table to where they just buy stuff and stick it under the table. You have to sell stuff at the show.
That's good.
That's a big difference. And what's good about that is that we have people who used to just come and buy stuff, and they have this great collection of stuff, and then they just sell it online. Well, now one of them brings it in, sets it up on the table, and sells it there at the store, not pay eBay fees on it.
that's what works.
He's extremely happy with it because he carries nice equipment, and so every time he sells 2 or 3 things, it's a lot of money.
No, I have in past shows, I've actually bought a table and I've sold some camera equipment. I determined that I had too much stuff. I know that's like a sin. I should never have too many cameras.
I didn't hear you properly.
I don't think I even said those words right.
No.
But I've had a table a couple times. I've sold some cameras, kind of down the collection a little bit. But I don't have as many cameras now, so I'm not. But which is great because you have guys who are professionally or semi-professionally do this, or you will have the mom and pops that are like, you know what, it's just time to it's time to retire from this 8x10 large format collection that we no longer need. So you really don't know what kind of gem you're going to get. In fact, so like I said, I've got, I got this for $5, which was really nice. My friend Mr. Snaps actually was selling an F100. I don't think I got that at the show, but the F100 I got at the show, actually, I kind of talked him down in price. It was most excellent. So, I mean, you just never know what you're going to find there. Digital, film, instant cameras, it's the works. I mean, it's like I hate to throw out a name, but it's like the half price books of cameras because you just don't know what's going to be there until you get there.
All right. And it's misleading because people think everything's half price now. So. No, it's not.
no. There's nothing half price at the show, but you can barter or bargain with the guys a little bit. I don't know if the prices are 100% firm on everybody, but
exactly. Closer you get to the closing time, sometimes the more flexible.
That is true. If you hang out at between 3 and 4, you might find that prices go. But then again, the good stuff might have already left at like from 9 to 10.
Well, 10. It opens to the public at 10. The dealers come in and set up.
So 10 to 11.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you really, those people who are very eager to want to see everything, they're going to be there at 10 o'clock.
And there is a line. We have people who travel in from Oklahoma City, who travel in from Louisiana, come up from Austin or Houston for this, because I'm not aware of anything like this.
No, I mean, it's a really nice show. It is really nice show.
I mean, the only other show I do outside of this is in Omaha, Nebraska, and I used to do that 3 times a year, now just down to twice a year. And outside of this show, which is behind the original Trinity River from us, that's the only other show I do anymore. And again, that one, Omaha, Nebraska probably has around 30 tables, of which over 10 of them are the guy who's putting the show on.
Okay.
And they're happy to have around 100 people show up, and we're having a good crowd, and it's always a bunch of new people that come through.
And it is getting bigger every time. So, I mean, the word is clearly getting out. And so we're getting the word out, and we hope we're going to see you there on August 10th.
August 10th, Saturday.
At the Dallas Center for Photography, which is not very far from Don's. And, of course, after, hey, you buy a camera, you come over here, you pick up some film.
I may carry some film, and I have the film there, which would mean when I carry my film over, I include the taxes into it and pay cash. Bring cash to buy the film.
Cash is king.
The credit card machine takes out too much money from it for that. I try to knock it to where it's a little bit of a discount.
That is true. Bring cash because the deal will probably be better in your favor. If you can just get it out there.
That's very possible.
That's possible. I'm not saying it is, but it is very possible.
I want to ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What's that other camera?
Oh, well, this other camera. Yeah. Well, that's a good, hey, thank you very much, Todd. So most of you guys probably have heard or not heard, I am doing Holga Week. I'm actually managing it now. And of course, the champion of Holga Week is going to get a gold Holga, not this gold Holga. You're going to get a better than this gold Holga.
There's a better one than that?
Well, I'm actually going to customize a Holga that's going to be the grand prize for the champion. Of course, Holga Week is it is October 1st through 7th. That's a Tuesday through a Monday, 2019, and that's going to be like that every year. We're getting some sponsors, like Don's going to sponsor here a little bit.
And who did you just pick up?
Ilford is going to sponsor, and we've got a photo lab that's probably going to give us a discount for some film photography stuff. So this is really exciting, but I'll have more details probably at the next video, which of course the next video I'm going to do a little videoing at the camera show. So this should be pretty exciting.
Our first road trip.
Our first road trip. Are there any birthdays we're missing?
Away. No.
No birthdays this time?
No birthdays. Okay. Sorry.
No any extra add-ons this time?
No anniversaries.
No anniversaries.
No birthdays.
We haven't tried anything else?
There's tons of stuff, man.
Okay, but I think we're past our limit. So we're going to say goodbye to y'all for now.
Bye.
All right, we'll see you next time.
All right. We didn't time our stop.
Ah.
Oh man, how soon do we forget?